The question, I think, on a lot of people's minds is, do those elections yesterday tell us anything about what happens in 2020? We want to try to draw a correlation. And one question is, to what extent do some of the policies being espoused by Democratic candidates for president right now infect some of the elections? We had actually Governor Bevin, appears to be about to be former Governor Bevin of Kentucky, actually go after universal health coverage. This is part of what he said.
This is a real battle, and I think the president is saying that one size does not fit all. Universal coverage is a pipe dream. It really is.
So is that resonating with voters? Are people getting nervous and maybe voting for Republicans because they're worried about not even Medicare for all, but universal coverage?
Well, if they are, we didn't see it yesterday. That doesn't mean it wouldn't happen in 2020 if it's a major focus of the presidential race. Actually, I think the election results, the off-year results, reinforce the idea that Obamacare is still quite popular. That's what Democrats should be stressing. They may or may not want to go further than that, but first they need to make sure that Obamacare is stressed because it benefits them.
But this is a key issue, isn't it, for the Democratic Party going into this election, and when we talk about the presidential positions, because you have a couple of candidates who are right up there in the lead saying we want to do essentially away with the Affordable Care Act. We want to go with Medicare for all. And when we talked to Nancy Pelosi, for example, it was clear she's a bit anxious about what that does to her come the election in 2020.
That was an important signal because while Nancy Pelosi is a liberal Democrat, I think she would embrace that label. She's also pragmatic about elections in that she wants to win them. So Democrats usually are pretty well off if they listen to what she's saying because she wants to win. You can only get some of what you want if you win. You can talk about Medicare for all and, for that matter, everything for all. But if you don't win the election, you're going to get nothing for all.
But as a practical matter, given the economy, can President Trump be unseated unless there's a real turnaround in the economy? There are various economic models, as you know, Larry, that say, given where we are with growth, doesn't have to be wild, doesn't have to be through the roof, but just solid growth, really low unemployment, really low inflation. In that circumstance, the incumbent wins.
Yeah, that's what the models say, all right. And actually, one of those models and the proponent of it predicted using that model that Hillary Clinton would win easily in 2016. So, if you want to review records of predictions, we all did badly in 2016. And as far as 2020 is concerned, how do you factor in Donald Trump's personality, David? How do you factor that in? Tell me how you do it. Because the truth is, if the economy ran everything, then Democrats should have lost everything in 2018 because there was a very good economy for the midterm elections. Instead, they took over the House and they did pretty well in some governor's races. So people who attempt to model elections based on just one thing or one big category of things usually are wrong.